But I have something. I have something. I do. I have a proposal. I have a proposal. Humor me here, really quickly. I mean, yeah, I know there's some Alpha Janes out there, but no, for you nostril flaring Alpha jocks who enroll for all the wrong reasons and who like to abuse authority and abuse power. Okay, I have something, you know. Like I said, CIT, the Crisis Intervention Team Training, isn't a magic wand, but it's the best that we have. It is the best that we have right now in training officers all about what mental illness is and is not, and the best way to approach these situations and human beings just like you and I. I've never hurt a soul. I'm a theatrical sight to see if I'm off medication, you know, and I'm moody and I'm emotional. Good Lord only knows what'll come out of my mouth, but I don't threaten anyone, you know. I haven't hurt anybody. Never been into anybody's prison lockup. Been to the hospital a couple of times, but you know, I never been arrested. I've never done any time. I've never gotten high. Okay, so, and this is, you know, more of the contradictions here. You probably figure how someone with a screwdriver did not threaten anyone, but the family and both and Keith's brother as well. This is the oldest boy who was not there at the time. He's hearing things from the family, but he said he didn't threaten anyone. You know, cops saying they did. Go figure. He wasn't violent. He wasn't dangerous. He had been having these episodes. Actually, before he was diagnosed, that's what led to the diagnosis. But he was not thinking rationally. There's a difference between deliberate intent and when you are having a manic episode, or what they call, you know, a psychotic break sometimes, and all of this. Don't get bogged down in the terminology, but understand the reason behind the behavior. Yes, you defend yourself. You act as officers, but also know, if you think, especially if you have the training, that mental health related crisis calls are different. Either way, I might have a label. I might have a diagnosis. I have 4. Yep, me, AJ. I have 4 mental health diagnoses. I have the scarlet letter. I hate it. But that doesn't make me a criminal. It does not make me crazy. And damn it, it does not make any of us target practice. Okay, so here's my quick proposal. I didn't mean for this video to be so long, but it is necessary. Okay. 1, mandate the CIT training. This is statewide. Let North Carolina be that flagship. Let's go ahead and be the example. If we have money, you know, to make the dugouts prettier and to have Easter egg hunts all over the place and yeah, all of that. We have 2 big Ivy League schools here. Trust, there's money that can be taken from all of those other earmarked, loud and proud, you know, reserved every single year. Just for those things. Recreation is important, but saving lives are a lot more important. So I know you guys want to go and watch your reality shows and things that are more important than this. I know. So I'm going to shut up real quick. So here's my proposal. I wrote it. Can't wait. Mandate the CIT training as a graduation requirement at the police academies. And I love to see the curriculum statewide. Effective, you know, immediately would be nice. Okay, the next class. And have the CIT training and refreshers within the first 2 years after graduation. I would say even twice per year refreshers on, you know, because when you get used to your ways, and it's really hard to unthink like the way that you've been trained and to not follow the bad habit of others, it's really hard to get all of this. But if it will save the departments a lot of lump sum payouts, and if it will reduce all of your misdeeds, then I'd say it's worth a shot. So yeah, mandate the CIT training and expand, while we're on the subject, human trafficking courses and trainings and things like that for graduation, not an elective. Okay. I would say up the entry age to 25. Yeah, up the entry age to 25 for even to take the test, the entrance exam. Please, you know, you have to be 21 to enter the police academy here in North Carolina. And a lot of counties, you have to be 21 at the end of the classroom training part. So you telling me you're going to let someone in the academy at 20? Sweetheart, please. You don't have the eyesight, hindsight, foresight. You just don't. You do not. Not at 20. Heck, sometimes not at 25, but I bank on a person who's been living a little more. So yeah, let's mandate the CIT program for graduation instead of quarterly training, to make that a part of the curriculum. Up the the entry age into the academy to 25. Revamp, please, the psych assessment, you know, that they get. And in some counties, how about you, state one, revamp the psych assessment. There are schools all over this place. Raleigh has 5 colleges alone. Okay, now I don't live down there in Boiling Springs Lake or whatever, but not the contracted in-house shrinks, you know, that pad pockets. Outside, separate, neutral, third-party agencies who are skilled, okay, and who can administer and interpret these psych assessments. We want to know what's going on in the head of our officers, because entry into the academy is pretty easy. Now, yeah, you can't have domestic violence charges, but you can have a DUI as long as it's not in the last 5 years. You can do hard drugs as long as it's not within the last 12 months. You can be 20 in a lot of these counties entering a police department training program. Are you serious? And as long as you're 21 by the end of the classroom training part. Crying out loud. And my all-time favorite, extend the probation period. Yeah. New hire, freshly graduated police officers, extend the probation period to 2 years. Yeah, that'll do it. We have to make changes and revisions somewhere. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Keith Vidal should not have died. This is murder. This is a hate crime. This is a detective who really needs to be plucked from that department, you know, ASAP. Yesterday. I'm waiting to see how this will unfold. Supposedly now it's all concluded and completely inarguable. Isn't it always? But I'm just wondering, how high does the body count have to be before we do something about this problem? And I've been saying my condolences a lot over the last couple of weeks, and it's only the beginning of the year. Really? And I just heard earlier today that there was yet another school shooting, a 12-year-old? God. Okay. We have to do better as individuals in our communities and as a nation. So, okay. I'm sure I've rattled enough feathers now. Wait till you read my memoir. I'm sorry, I just have a habit on expounding on truths, especially in my life. I have 4 mental illnesses. Trust me, I've been through the gamut with these systems. And this family has been taken through enough. And to watch their child murdered in front of them, and now have a whole entire department, 2 of them. Because the detective came from Southport, the neighboring town. The 2 police officers who they didn't have any problems with and how they handled things, they were right there from, there's too many words, man. Boiling Springs Lake, yeah, whatever. Brunswick County needs an overhaul. This should not have happened. So my condolences to the Wesley and the Vidal family, especially. And I'm so sorry this is how you had to ring in the new year. That's all. So I'll put the link in the description box. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, let's talk about mental illness, stigma, stereotype, and solution. And real quick, specific to specific to schizophrenia. There's an awesome, really, really excellent YouTuber on here. Soy Miguel Alejandro 23. He's been here forever. He's got tons of videos on schizophrenia in way more detail than I could ever understand or explain. You know, his videos are awesome. They're creative. They are frank. But his level of knowledge and his relevance and his heart's cry, you have to hear it. He's great. But his name is Soy Miguel Alejandro 23. He's here on YouTube. He comes from a variety of perspectives because he's half African American, half Native American. He lives in a neighborhood, a county actually, where the police department doesn't have the best reputation, especially against vulnerable populations, mentally ill, homeless, you name it, you know, exceptional kids and adults. The war has been waged, and America's throwaway system, and how we deal, you know, there I go, how we address the needs of the mentally ill population, from, you know, inclusive care to community transition, safety, crisis. Yeah, it's time for an overhaul. So, okay, I'm done ranting. It's AJ. Wellness wishes. God bless. And I'll have another video this week. I saw something today. It's not as painful as this and doesn't involve a fatality, but I'll tell you all about that one in a couple of days. You're gonna go. If you're a teacher, a professor, an educator, a homeschool, yeah, I'm gonna need your help with that one. And it won't be nearly as long, I promise. But this was necessary. This was necessary. My condolences again to the Vidal and Wesley family. Bye.